Hi everyone, this is my local knowledge assignment. It's about manong story in some places in Valencia, and this is a local knowledge over a beer tower after lunch. This actually happened just this afternoon today. And this is Manong as well. These are my super friends, and this is a picture showing you a map of Negros Island with emphasis on Valencia area. This is where actually Manong lives presently. And so these are my super friends. My super friends are actually not from the Dumaguete City, so we always find time to go out with each other and bond. And we love to do outdoor stuff. We love to do mountain climbing or probably go out for a hike or go to the beach. Okay. So this Sunday was actually an ordinary Sunday. We ate lunch together and have had some beer. And there, we met Manong Asweo, who was a farmer with a family staying in Barangay Sagbang, Valencia, Negros Oriental. He's living with his family right now. And on weekends, he plays his ukulele and harmonica on the streets. And he met us, we met him, and played his instrument with his originally composed love song. So, um, with that, our group was interested about Manong and invited him to join us for lunch and offered him also beer. And since it was a hot day, he gladly took it. And then there, spontaneously, we asked about a lot of things about him, and he happily shared things also with us. Okay, so we asked him these questions over a conversation, like where he was from originally and where he is residing presently, and what he does for a living, or does he have any idea how the name of the barangay is living now originated. I actually asked this question, and the rest was spontaneously asked from what he shared. So before going to the sharing of Mano, I would like to have a background on the municipality where Manong lives, which is Valencia. Okay, this municipality where Manong as well lives, and it's a first-class municipality known for tourist attraction, natural resources, and its cool climate because it's in higher elevation, which is actually suited for farming or growing some agricultural crops. No? And Valencia, much of the Mount Talunis Forest Reserve is found in this part of the municipality. And this is very important natural resource because it's part of the last standing forest of Negros Oriental, which is the Cuernos de Negros. And this forest houses endemic wildlife species. And it's part of the main water reservoir that supplies the whole province of Negros Oriental. And so, for the local knowledge, we asked Manong about where he is living and the origin of the name of the barangay where he is living and his views about trees and other wildlife, and even shared some translation of some of the words in the local dialects like Timbayungan, Duyugan, and Uno. So we found out that Manong was actually not from Negros, but he was from Davao, and his family migrated here a long time ago, and they settled in Sagbang, Valencia. And we asked them about the origin of the name Sagbang, Barangay Sagbang, and he gave us a little historical background about it. So he said that before, when the Spanish started to colonize our country and came to his place in Sagbang, they were asking the name of the place, and since there was actually probably a communication gap, and so they saw a lot of butterflies in the area, and that's where the name originated. Sagbang actually originated from the word alibangbang, which is a translation, Bisaya translation for butterfly or butterflies. And when Manong said that when the Spanish saw these butterflies, feeding on the flowers around the area. This is the exact description that he said. Kakita sila nga naniba ang alibangbang sa mga kabulakan. Translation is that they were able to witness a lot of butterflies feeding on flowers in the area. So hence they call it sagbang. Okay, so there. That's one local knowledge. Another thing is that we asked him about other places in the area, and a lot of places like Ijukan, Barangay Ijukan or Barangay Ijuk, and then Barangay Kaipuhan, which is these are two known areas, and we also have what's the other one? Uh, we have like, sorry, I have to check that one. And we also have the Barangay Balabag. So where we're asking him if he knows the reasons why these barangays were named, no, named like this. So he told us that Barangay Kaijukan is named Barangay Kaijukan because Kaijukan actually came from a name of a grass which is very abundant in this area. It's a tiger grass. They call it ijuk. No? And in other places like in Mindanao we call it tambo. And then the other barangay which is Kaipuhan. Kaipuhan is an area which is very known for uh, its eerie appearance because of the sulfur vents present in the area. Um, and so Kaipuhan is like, it means that there is uh, water, there is a spring of water that is not drinkable or it's poisonous. Well, probably because the water there's a hot spring there that produces it's a sulfur spring actually, so that's why the name Kaipuan. And there's another barangay called Balabag because when this Spanish colonizers now went to this place, there was actually a mango tree that fell in the area. Balabag meaning to say, how do you call this one in English? Balabag is like transversing or something like, uh, parang nakaharang kung sa Tagalog pa. So, a mango tree was actually, yung mangga po, yung puno ng mangga ay nakaharang dun sa daanan. That's why it's called, the mango tree or the mangga nakabalabag sa dalan. So that's Balabag, Barangay Balabag. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he shared a lot of knowledge about trees as well. And he said that he loves to have trees around in the area so that the climate will be cooler and that wildlife is also present. And he said that he even asked us what would be the best crop to grow in his land. And he shared to us that he was planting coffee or kape, and then sweet potato or kamote, cassava or we call it balanghoy, and then he also plants corn or maize. And so my friend Paul, who was actually present in the slide just in front of Mano, shared to him about intercropping, alternate cropping, and we told him that it would be better if he will propagate more on his coffee because it can also invite a lot of civet cats in the area, or we call it in our own dialect milo, who feeds on coffee. And we told him that the civet coffee is the most expensive coffee in the world and the best coffee in the world. So maybe he can sell them this one better, no? And he he said that it's not good to hunt wildlife in the area because you can be in person, it's illegal, and he said that it's very hard for it's very hard to hunt them as well. So yeah, and then he shared some of the translations of the words he used in his compositions like timbayungan, duyugan, and unong. And we found out that timbayungan is actually um, helping each other, and duyugan is playing with or going with the flow, and unong is actually a dialect that which means simple. I don't know. In Tagalog, unong is like damay or karamay. So there, we learned a lot of things from him, especially the names of the barangay, some barangays in Valencia. and his views about trees and wildlife. So with the dialects, not the words that he shared to us. And so to give you guys an idea how Manong actually sang his songs, here's a video about him. Sorry, that's supposedly Manong sang another song, his own composition. Sorry, there's a title there. That's not communication, but composition. It's actually a very amazing. So there. Thank you everyone for listening.